welcome to week 7 of Speed Stackin, your weekly roundup of what's happening in the Steady Stack Discord. Before we dive into the content, a little reminder that this podcast is not technically related to the project, it is actually built by the community for the community. Everything we say in this podcast is purely our opinions and not meant to be financial advice. It is intended purely for entertainment and educational purposes only. So what is Speed Stackin? This podcast is meant to be a 10 to 15 minute recap of everything that has happened in the last week of the Steady Stack Discord. It's put together by Rhea, Tony, One Monomics X, Tony Sosa, Millie Ram, Surfer Girl, Tzeki, and myself going by the Discord name Aragon Fire. We want this to be a resource for the community because we know that you can't always be in the Discord and neither can we. So this week we didn't have a ton of crazy, huge, super interesting events going on. It feels that Steady Stack is almost waiting. We're in the eye of the storm, that perfect moment before everything is about to strike. In fact, I heard Rhea describe it as a rising tide, and I think she's absolutely right. So in this week's weekly recap, we only have our weekly roundup, our coming up next, and our outro sections. So let's dive right into the content so I don't waste any of your guys' time, and we can get straight to the nuggets. So, for this week's weekly roundup, on Monday, Ready Player H was handing out whitelists in general chat, catering primarily to the Neo Tokyo community, which, as we all know, he is a massive part of. In a Twitter space on Tuesday, Ready Player H announced that there are talks for securing institutional-level crypto mining partnerships and opportunities in these partnerships for Titans. We've also seen him interacting with actual literal mining companies that are mining gold and silver, and his plans to basically build out an entire industry for us Titans to invest in and participate in on the retail level that would normally be locked and solely for institutional investors. He further said that Steady Stack will not launch when Bitcoin is at its maximum fear-greed index, which happens to be right about now. We have just seen 8 straight weeks of red bars on the Bitcoin weekly chart, which is the first time in history that we've seen this. Thursday, Ready Player H announced that he has been invited to speak at an MIT Web3 Summit along speakers like the CEO of Forbes. So congratulations, Ready Player H, on this huge honor, and we know that you're going to absolutely crush this speech. And personally, if there's a live version or I can see any recording of this, I will watch it. I wish I could be there. It's going to be insane. The week closed with another round of whitelists awarded to many members of the community. Congrats to all of those who have earned a whitelist to date, and do know that the Speed Stackin Weekly Recap team is doing a giveaway of our own on our Twitter that we're going to be going through the entries to very, very soon. On Friday, Brian94 announced the public announcement of his new project, Opus Labs, will be open on Monday. Perhaps we will be in for a preview during his AMA on Monday. The Speed Stackin team would like to wish you, Brian, a very successful launch to your new project. So good luck, Brian. We're going to be here to support you. Steady Stack will be here to support you. And we know that you're going to absolutely destroy the NFT game because you're a part of a community like this. This week, several Twitter accounts hit milestones in regards to the number of followers. Steady Stack hit 25k followers, meaning we're going to be giving a whitelist. We're getting a whitelist giveaway, which is super exciting. Ready Player H reached 10k. Ready Player H reached 20k, and Zanshake reached 10k. So congratulations to both of the brothers, and our own Steady Recap account is now closing in on 300 members or followers, which is crazy because we didn't even want to start a Twitter in the first place. So it goes to show that taking that first step in an unknown direction can be super, super helpful. And on that note, please remember that the whitelist giveaway for Steady Stack is still going on at our Twitter account at Steady Recap. That's capital S and a capital R. We have 3 whitelists to give away, so watch out for bonus entry tasks to increase your chances. This week, in terms of the community of the Steady Stack AMAs, this week's AMA started with Dr. JPEG, joined by Felix from Spectre, talking about NFTs, and then we had 2 AMAs focused on trading, given by Privacy Smurf and DGen Cap. The week ended with Litz teaching us how to sell ice to Eskimos. Remember that any of the interesting things that we find in these AMAs go out as our soundbites of the day over on the Twitter account, as these are the big nuggets that we think that you guys should have the most focus on. So, moving on to the next portion of this podcast, we have the community member spotlight. This week's spotlight is on Lucario. Lucario is an 18-year-old who unselfishly holds training sessions on trading 2 to 3 times per week. He's recently had a personal situation where his parents are against him being in crypto. With his mother taking all of his money, the Study Recap community has once again stepped up with members who have benefited from his lessons, donating money so Lucario can continue to trade. Lucario has vowed to never give up on crypto and to keep going on, has sent infinite thanks to the community for supporting him. So next time you see him in chat, make sure you tell him how much you appreciate him and look out for his training sessions in the VC channels, because I personally have attended 1 or 2, and they are always very informational, very helpful. And I do want to say a personal thank you to Lucario for the tips that he's given me, and say, brother, thank you so much for being a member of the Steady Stack family, and we hope that a situation like this will never again arise, and you can bring about for yourself that beautiful life that you so badly want. So, coming up next week in our final section, next week's AMAs. On Monday at noon EDT, Brian94 was speaking about all things NFT, plus a sneak peek into his new project, Opus Labs. You do not want to miss this. Saturday at 10 a.m. EDT, Space's Siren will be leading another guided meditation that will slowly recharge you heading into the weekend. Details of both AMAs may now be found in the events held in the AMA booth. So, once again, this was a much shorter episode, and we didn't have a ton of stuff to show you guys, which is why it's just me, and Tony is not here. But thank you once again for giving us your time, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. And remember, everyone, this is a community podcast, so if you want to reach out to us, you want to contribute something to the podcast, please feel free to do so. Reach out to us as a community recap team, and we will be happy to feature you or bring you on or take your advice. So, with that, thank you so much for your time, and remember, everyone, to keep on steady stacking. We'll see you in the next one.